So I'm on to doing some embroidered embellishments now, and I'm using Rachel's idea of taking well, I took a scan. I can't remember whether she took a photo and printed it or did a scan. Either way, it's a wonderful idea. I've often taken photos of my work to remember what I'm doing, but I've never ever thought of doing this idea, and it makes sense, doesn't it? So what I'm doing, that's a photo of it. And I'll get a pencil, and you just draw in what you might want to do. And so there's a vine here, so I'm just going to make that a little bit darker so I can see it. Kind of goes like that, and there's a leaf that comes out like that there. But what I want, because there's that pink dot up here, so what I'm thinking is to, maybe I could extend this one around like that, and it's kind of got like leaf things coming out like that, and so I could kind of have leaves coming out like that as well, but then also have it coming up like that, so I can go over there like that. Maybe, I wonder, I don't know how it will look to go over these areas here. Sort of goes like that, see, but this area I can have just a garden, so that's okay. See, I could kind of bring it up like that. I just don't know how it would look going over. Like, it looks all right, but it's quite chunky, so to put something over it, it won't look as good, so I don't think I will do that. Keep those two off. Maybe put one there, a little bit there. But what I'm thinking is, because this is pink, I can add like little French knots in various places just to add colour around and incorporate it. And I kind of want, you know, the lovely little like this here, the little pistol. Well, they're not actually, they're just straight stitches with French knots on. You can do a pistol stitch, but that would be the same kind of colour, you know, but having a little flower garden around the cottage like that, and a few perhaps here as well. But then see, they've got these lovely little blue flowers here, so I could do some like little daisy stitches here as well, just there. What I did want to do is just tiny little French knots, just scattered every so often. You know how sometimes you get little flowers that might grow in the lawn or in the grass, because it, you know, it's a bit more like little wildflowers or something. That might be nice, even if I put them where I've put those stitches, would be nice as well. Perhaps in a white or very, very pale lemon there. What else? What else? I need to... I've got these books and I keep forgetting to look at them. This one, look at this, isn't this beautiful? It's got all sorts in it, but it's also got like pictures in it as well. And so let's have a look. Sometimes it's really nice to have pictures to help you along the way when you have, especially if you haven't done a lot of this sort of thing. Like here, that's probably a bit too full on, but like here, it gives you like an idea of what a little garden might look like. Like mine's a bit further away, but I definitely need something here and something here, like even just growing over the fence a little bit. See, look at this, isn't this lovely? Cottage garden number 2. What's number 1? Is there a number 1? Perhaps not. Why would they have number 2? It's like crazy patchwork, isn't it? Anyway, that looks really pretty. And that's got ribbon in it as well, which might be nice. And that's them up close. They're very pretty, aren't they? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Ah. That's nice. I like the path. I should have looked at it before I did mine. I could add a few more stitches if I wanted to there. I like the way there's little flowers. So here we go. There's different flowers around the cottage here. And a little arch there, little garden arch. And there's a fence here, and it's got little flowers kind of peeking over. There's ribbon embroidery in here as well. Right. I don't think a garden arch. See, I could have done a garden arch there, but I've already got my fence, so that's okay. I'm just going to turn the camera off and spend a little bit of time mulling this over, and then I'll come back. So this is what I've done. I'll do a couple of those fluffy flowers that Rachel did on her video. This leaf here, rather than use it as a leaf, I'm going to bring some brown in, I think, and give it a stone. Like there's a path leading to the gate, and that one is the one on the opposite side. A couple of large flowers there. Little, some, not all the way down the path, but just random little ones. Some little pretty flowers around the house, some daisy stitches, and then a vine going up the side and across part of the roof line there. That'll help disguise my messy stitching as well. And this one here, now that picture, oh, I found another picture of a a cottage in here too, and it sort of gives you ideas of flowers, so that's really helpful. And that wasn't an archway on that other picture. I thought it was like a garden arch. It looked like one at first glance, but what it was is, if I can find it again, it's just a gate or a doorway with the flowers going over it. Same sort of effect. Let's just put that there. So, what I thought with this vine, because it kind of just stops here, I could, in effect, put in a little arch. Like, you know, that, perhaps. And so it looks like the vine is coming off the arch and having some flowers and things like that here, going up around like that, but not all the way over, but that it's branching off, and it just sort of does something like that. And because this is actually very pale on the background, I can probably alter the curve of it a little bit as well, just to suit my needs a little bit, and maybe have, you know, like that there. A couple of little flowers sort of coming here. At the bottom, that maybe, I don't know, I'll have to work on it. Do I want it curled around? See, I think they're using like a feather stitch for that kind of viney thing, which is what I'll do. But this one isn't. This one's just like rickety, uneven stitching. This is a lovely book. This is Essential Stitch Guide by Judith Baker Montano. I wish there were more cottages in here, I really do. Think. Yeah. I'm not going to do little window boxes and things like that, because I just, you know, it doesn't need to have quite so much detail as that. I still don't know what to bring over the fence, though. That's the thing. I feel like it has to have something, but I just don't know what. So I'm going to leave that. I can maybe work on that in the finishing up of it. The same with here. I'm not quite sure what to do here, but I think for this video, this is what I'm going to be working on, and see how we go with that. So I think I will keep the smoke. I might, where is it? It's here. It doesn't have to go up like that. I'm thinking, I mean, I only put it there just to sort of give me an idea. It could actually, I'm going to double that first piece over, because I feel like when the smoke first comes out, it's at its darkest point, isn't it? So if I do that, let's just pin that on. Oh. Like that there. So it's at its, but then have it sort of going up, but then like across, perhaps like that. Oh, I don't like it straight up. No, straight up looks a bit strange, doesn't it? I think it needs to drift just a little. Just a little. better. So there. And there. And I can change it a little bit as I'm stitching it. Like that and there. The direction. Like that. Is it dark? Is it thicker when it comes out, or is it thicker as it goes along? We don't have fireplaces where I live because it doesn't actually get that cold here. I mean, some people do, but we don't. We're lucky to have a heater, I think. That kind of looks. I'll have to have a look at some cottages with smoke billowing out of their chimneys to get an idea of how they appear. But something like that, I think that will work. So, oh, that's not the one I was going to show you. That is the one I was going to show you. So, can you see my little, like a little garden arch there? And it goes up and around like that. So, all that for that one little dot. But I'm sure it'll look fine. I think that I will start with that. And I may, like not that one, but the other one, I like the way, because that's how I'm doing the thing. I may put a couple of long stitches like in here as well, just to add to that overall appeal that it's, you know, like a stone path with some greys or something like that. Yeah, I think so. Maybe one here, because I feel like that should have been over a little bit more, that path going there. Like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting with that. And I probably won't film that. My fingers are too sore, so it'll be in and out, in and out. What day is it today? It's Thursday. I have to go out a bit later. I haven't seen the latest videos yet. I've decided not to watch them until I've caught up. So, but I've done the wadding, so that's okay. Okay, I'll be back. So there we go so far. My fingers are getting a little bit sore again, so I'm going to stop there. I've done the little archway here and a little vine growing up. I'm not sure if that actually, you know, looks any good, but it's there. I've done a creeping vine across the eave of the house there, and I've kind of put little turkey stitches, can you see that as well, in amongst that, and it's a fly stitch. I think I called that feather stitch before. It's fly stitch. Then I've got some French knots, and then I've got these little bits of turkey work in two different colour greens. I did some little flowers. I did some bullion knots, some French knots in amongst along here. I did a couple of lazy daisy stitches. I did one of these little floopy flowers here. I've yet to put something in the centre. I've stitched the little fabric flower on. I did the little cobblestone pathway, and I've just used that lovely blue variegated thread I've got, and I quite like that with just a few little scattering of flowers. I've done the little flowers in the lawn as well. I've done this one at the front. It's quite heavy and it looks okay to the naked eye, but when I see it in the camera it does look really dark, so I'm not sure about that. It might be a bit too heavy, but what I thought, I've got a green because I did it in a wool. If I was to put bits of green going through it, it might lighten it a little bit. So I may try that, and that if that doesn't look any good, then I'll have to work out something else. So that's what I've done. I put my puff of smoke on, and that's it for this video. So that's the embroidered embellishments, obviously not quite finished, but I'll finish it off in the finishing off video. So thank you so much for watching, and take care, everybody. Bye.